Long ago, the Luhya people lived in the dense forests and fertile plains of Central Africa. These Bantu-speaking communities thrived in the heart of the continent, cultivating millet and sorghum as their main crops. Life revolved around farming, hunting, and gathering. Millet and sorghum porridge, made thick and hearty, was their primary meal. It gave them the strength needed for their daily activities, whether it was clearing the land for farming, hunting in the wild, or performing communal dances. These early porridges, though simple, were sacred to the people. They were cooked in large clay pots and shared during ceremonies, family gatherings, and after long days of work. Meals were not just about eating. They were about unity, culture, and survival. The Luhyas' ancestors, like other Bantu groups, began migrating southwards and westwards from their Central African homeland around 2,000 years ago. They were in search of fertile land and better opportunities for their growing communities. The migration was long and filled with challenges such as dense forests, dry savannas, and some even conflict with other communities. As they moved, their diet adapted to the new environments. They encountered new crops like bananas, yams, and cassava, which became part of their meals. Yet millet and sorghum porridge remained at the center of their diet because it was filling, nutritious, and easy to carry on the move. The journey also brought encounters with different people, leading to the exchange of knowledge and food practices. Along the way, they learnt about new ways to prepare meals, including the use of grinding stones to make fine flour. When the Luhya settled in the fertile lands of Western Kenya, they found an agricultural paradise. The region's rich soils and plentiful rains made it perfect for farming. It was here that they encountered maize, a crop brought to Africa centuries earlier by the Portuguese traders. Maize grew well in the highlands, producing abundant yields compared to millet and sorghum. Initially, maize was used much like the older grains, ground into flour and cooked into porridge. But its versatility soon stood out. It could be roasted, boiled, or pounded into fine flour. The Luhya realized that maize flour created a smoother, firmer porridge, which they later perfected into what they now know as Ugali. Maize was also easier to cultivate in large quantities, and its surplus allowed the Luhya to trade with neighboring communities, strengthening their economy and influence in the region. As maize became more abundant, the Luhya refined their cooking techniques. Over time, they realized that cooking maize flour with less water created a firm, dough-like consistency that was easier to eat with their hands. They named this dish Ugali. Ugali quickly became a favorite because it was simple to prepare and versatile. It could be paired with a variety of accompaniments, leafy vegetables like sukuma wiki, delicious chicken, Idakho, tilapia from Lake Victoria, or flavorful beef stew. It absorbed the flavor of these sides, making every meal a fulfilling experience. Ugali also became a communal food. It was cooked in large portions and shared during family gatherings, ceremonies, and even after long days of farming. The process of making ugali, stirring the pot, testing the texture became a ritual of its own, often accompanied by laughter and storytelling. Even with a variety of foods available in Western Kenya, such as cassava, sweet potatoes, yams, and banana, ugali remains the Luhya staple food. But why? This is because ugali is filling and nutritious, it is versatile, it has cultural significance, and it is also simple. Ugali represents unity and togetherness. Serving ugali at a meal is a sign of hospitality, and no Luhya household feels complete without it. The ingredients are basic, simply maize flour and water, but the results are comforting and delicious. To the Luhya, ugali is more than food. It's a connection to their past, a celebration of their land's bounty, and a symbol of their identity. From the forests of Central Africa to the lush hills of Western Kenya, The Luhya people love for Ugali tells a story of migration, adaptation, and ingenuity. It reflects their resilience, their connection to the land, and their strong sense of community. Today, as the sun sets over Western Kenya, families gather around steaming pots of Ugali, continuing a tradition that has nourished their spirits and bodies for generations.